Hello and welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. My name is Emily. I am here today to share the flip through of the wallet journal that I did a couple little tutorials on earlier this week, I think. Yes, it was this week. So I finished it up and now I'm ready to share it with you. So this will be listed in my Etsy shop by the time this video uploads. So you can go and check it out. The link is in the description box below. But I am so happy with how it turned out. And I went with a blue theme. I'm sort of like loving blue lately. And I just, yeah, that's how it ended up. So it's just like a vintage blue, I guess we'll go with theme. And it is, let's see, the whole thing itself is about 7 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. There are 44 pages front and back in the journal part, and then there's also, I didn't count the paper bag that's in the journal part as a page, so that's in there too. And the inside journal, which we'll get to in a second, is about 6.5 inches tall by 3.25 inches wide. So let's get to it here. So let me show you my little, if you didn't watch my tutorial videos, I will link to the first one at the end of this video if you'd like to see how I made it. But I did do this in the video, but I'll just show it to you there. And then you have this beautiful lace that around the the spine here, and this is a leather wallet. Just so you know, I know there might be some people that have problems with using leather and animal products, so I just want to let you know that it is leather, but I am, you know, it is an upcycled project, so I feel like a little better about it than if I just went out and bought a new leather wallet. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I just used this lace as a closure, but once you get it, you don't really need it. It's not terrible. It stays closed. So it's up to you. You can use this in another project, or, throw it away if you want. It's completely up to you. All right, so here we go. On the inside here, I did this little embellishment with this adorable little girl. It's a Tim Holtz paper doll. This is like a vintage price tag, little Tim Holtz paper clip there, some vintage blue sort of, I guess it's ribbon, we'll call it ribbon, some cheesecloth back there, and then I have just sort of filled this with vintagey items. So this is a vintage Denison label. This is a gorgeous what game is this? I can't remember the name of the game, but I think it's actually an antique card, and it's in a fabulous condition, but I just loved the blue on the back. So that is in this little pocket here. I have these teeny tiny Rolodex cards that are just so stinking cute. So they're tea-dyed, you've got some polka dots back there, and then I just completely covered it with this piece of a letter from 1870, and I added, let's see, I stamped on some fabric here with a Tim Holtz stamp, and then this is a label from a eyeglass lens. I just thought I love it. I have a few of them. I've actually had to peel them off of the glass lenses, which is a dangerous endeavor if you're me, because I'm clumsy and I've broken the lenses before trying to get them off. I should probably soak them. They'd probably soak off well. I don't know why I don't think of things like that until after the fact, but anyway. All right, and then in this pocket, you have a very old Monopoly Park Place card. Park Place is my favorite, what's the word? Property in Monopoly. This is just some sort of special employee pass from the 40s. This is an old Rexall drug label. Probably still sticky gum. It's gummed, but I'm not sure if it'll stick or not. This is a cigar box label. And that all goes in here. Okay, And then at the top, I added that little pin ticket. I think I showed it in the beginning of one of the tutorials. Let's see, these stick up a little higher. And then you've got just the pin ticket is just attached to the leather. You could take it out if you want. It's just kind of like a brad. And then in this pocket, we just have a couple, this is an old bridge tally sheet. And then this is some sort of oil receipt credit card slip from 1971. But I liked the blue on it and all the numbers. I'm kind of like, I love numbers. All right, let's pull the journal out because it does come out. So this is removable. We'll get to that in a second. Let me show you the back of this part first. I just did a little bit of decorating down here. This is a Tim Holtz stamp on some fabric, a little Tim Holtz, this came out of the wallpaper scraps, and then some of Tracy Fox's words there. And then we have some star tickets here and a Russian vocabulary card and an old nickel wrapper. Again, I was just going with the blue theme, so I just kind of pulled out a bunch of stuff that I have that's blue. And then we have maybe German. Is that German? It looks German. Vocabulary card, and this really cool IGA price tag. It's got some damage, but I still think it's amazing. I love them. I have a few of those, and I'm sort of hoarding them. So, but it went, so I had to use it. And why hoard stuff anyway? I should use it, right? All right, and then this is a pharmacy label, and then this really pretty picture of these ladies. They're in a parking lot, but I love this picture, and I think it's from, yeah, it's from 1949, I believe it says. And I loved it. Mostly I used it because of the blue on the back, but I like old pictures. I do. I like just, they add some fun to journals and stuff. Here's another pharmacy label. Here's a flinch card. And you know, when I put together this kind of stuff, I totally intend that you'll take out the vintage ephemera and use it in your own projects. But if you don't do crafty projects and you buy this, then by all means, you know, just look at it because they're fun and pretty. Here's just some old game cards. And then this is, I believe it's like a lottery sort of ticket. I think if you open this up, there's another piece in there, but I haven't done it because I don't want to, you know, I want to be able to pass them along in their proper state. So you can open that up if you want. Oh, did I show that? Yeah. Okay. Let's move that aside and let's get to the actual journal part. So I did a little bit of clustering here, and I just kept adding things. So I started with a vellum tag shape that I had die cut. I added an eyelet, and then after I had glued it down, I decided I wanted to do some other stuff. So I used the Tim Holtz Distress crayons with some water, and I kind of just painted it on the tag, but then I wasn't happy with that. So I grabbed one of my Tim Holtz stencils and used, I think it was Salty Ocean, because that was the color of the crayon, Distress Oxide, and I did some stenciling, and then that just was too like stark blue. So I added the piece of, I think it's a piece of railroad form, and it's like an onion skin. So I glued that down, and then it still needed something. So I added the little cluster here with some lace back there and a stamped piece of fabric, and then a Tracy Fox word. And then it still wasn't like making me happy. So I got out my wax seals, and I did a little bit of wax seal here. So it was kind of a work for, it took me a little while to get that where I liked it. So you've got the same lace on the spine here. And then I did this in the tutorial, and then I ended up, I know I had said in the video I wasn't sure what I was gonna put on this teeny tag, and someone had the idea of just going through like old catalogs and books and like grabbing a teeny number, which is a great idea, and I will do that in the future. But I had already done this. I have a tiny letterpress set, and it happened to have the amazing little antique hand symbol in it. So I used that on the teeny tiny tag here. And then in here, I created a tag. It's just a lot of collaging and stenciling and stamping. This is washi tape over here. This is an antique piece of a receipt that had this awesome blue stamp on it. Yeah, so that's the tag. I sewed around it and I added some of this scrap fabric as a topper, and that just slides right in there. And then in this pocket, I have to remember where all the pockets are. Is this all I added in there? Yeah, I guess so. This is just like a callback form, you know, if somebody called while you were away. But it was blue, and I just love it. So that is in there. I was trying to keep it not too full, but full enough. I made these little tabs in the video that I'll link at the end. I just love them, and now I want my husband to go buy more shirts so I can have more of these, because I think I only have 2 left. And then I covered up, I had sewn it on, oops, I had sewn it on, and I said I would cover it up with something, so I just used some Tim Holtz ephemera. This is a film strip die cut here, and I cut off heads of children from the Tim Holtz paper dolls. That sounds awful, but look how cute it ended up. It looks like a film or a photo strip, right? I thought it turned out adorable. And then there's a really pretty vintage card here that is a tuck spot. I'm making myself laugh today. I'm cracking myself up. I don't know what language that is. Maybe German. This is a graduation ticket from 1931. I think it's commencement exercise. Yeah, high school. Here's a pharmacy label. And those just tuck in there. And then here we have some beautiful onion skin typewriter paper, some manuscript paper, which I call music paper, a grungy ledger page. Here's the first bag, and in here we have it's a cream milk cap. This is a ticket for a train ride or admission to the Children's Zoo in Cincinnati from 1968. Some cigarette tobacco coupons that were blue. This isn't blue, but I threw it in there anyway. Little 1 cent prepaid sales tax thingy, and an old antique Monopoly chance card. Those are all inside there. These were some word cards, digitals. I can't remember who they're from, but I had them in my stash. There's a butterfly and lily, and then I used this cute little curly Q. Can't really see it. It's like a double curly Q paper clip, and just clipped those on. You can do whatever you'd like with them. Got a sheet of vellum over this beautiful wallpaper, this beautiful bird. That's what I picked out first that started the blue theme. Isn't that funny how you use one thing and then it just creates the whole theme for the journal? I love that. This is a piece of old teletype paper that I turned into a ruffle. This is some sort of charting graph paper. It's nice and thin. Some Braille book page. And I had some people asking about the Braille book page. And I do have some sheets of these still available in my shop if you're having a hard time finding them out in the wild. From what I can tell, it's very difficult to find Braille books in the wild. I bought mine at Half Price Books, and it was literally just 12 by 12 sheets of Braille bound on the side. There was no no words. I don't know what the title is. I don't know anything. So I do have sheets of them available in my shop if you are having a hard time finding them. Okay. This is a paper coaster that I folded in half and made 2 tuck spots out of. This is an old tag there. And then on this side, I just have a blue raffle ticket, some tea-dyed paper, some old graph paper. This is from a bank account book. And then I did add this little like flower bead to the inside. And then we have another one of the button tabs. And here's the second bag. And in here, I have a little, probably a train or bus ticket, a wooden nickel, double-sided, and a board and coupon. And I do still have these available in my shop as well, if you are interested. Not trying to make this a selling video, but I know I've had people ask before, so I figure if I just say it, then if anyone's interested, they can go check it out. But you know, you don't have to. This was a clothing tag. It says vintage chic on it, and I just sewed that to the top. And then this is the last button tab. And then in the back pocket, I didn't decorate this because it had to slide in to the wallet. So I didn't want to put too much, you know, I didn't want to make it difficult. This is a old mailing label that I stamped with some of my vintage office stamps. And then this is the larger vintage Rolodex card that I collaged on. So there's a authentic 1890s receipt back here, and then this is embossed with a Tim Holtz embossing folder. Some really old tape that came out of a book. Yeah, I keep that stuff. This was a reproduction of a Dennison, Dennison label off of a box of other labels, right? So I just added that there. This is a Tim Holtz stamp on some fabric. And then, you know, I glued everything down, sewed around it, and then I cut out the little bits there. So that just goes in here. And that is it. I hope you like this. I love it. I love making these journals. I am constantly on the lookout for more you know, vintage wallets. They don't have to be vintage. I'm not sure how old this one is actually. I mean, I got it at an estate sale, but it doesn't look very old, but it feels amazing. I love this size journal. Just holding this in my hand makes me happy. I'm a weirdo, but I know that a lot of you can relate. All right, so that's it, guys. Go check it out in my Etsy shop if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope that you found some inspiration with it. I mean, my goal is not selling, my goal is inspiring. So, you know, with that in mind, I hope that you saw something here that inspired you, and I will link to the first tutorial video in the description box, and then you can find the second one just in my videos, either under my tutorial playlist, or you can just go under my videos at the top, and it's not too far down because it was just this past week. Actually, it was the video right before this one. So yeah, super easy to find. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day. It's finally turning into fall here, and I'm so happy. And I will be back in a couple days with the tutorial on, sorry, excuse my arm, on how I made this adorable little specimen slide thingy for the fairy journal that I'm working on. So I will be back probably Monday with that tutorial. So hope you can join me for that. And yeah, stay safe and healthy, guys. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.